Okay. We are in Bethlehem area, by the way. Estamos en el área de Belén. Why Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem, in this area? ¿Por qué Jesús nació en Belén? Because the Holy Family were living in Galilee, in Nazareth. La Sagrada Familia vivía en Nazaret, en Galilea, en el norte. The Bible tells us that a census took place during the time of the Roman emperor called Caesar Augustus. He ordered to count the people, everybody in his own town. Saint Joseph was from the line of David. He was from the city of David, which is Bethlehem. So they traveled all the way from Galilee to Bethlehem, and they lived in a house. The house is like a cave like this. It was very simple life, and the Virgin Mary was pregnant, but she had to go to the inner part of the cave to have some privacy where she gave birth for the Lord. So the Holy Family came to Bethlehem because Saint Joseph was from the line of David, which is Bethlehem. And after the birth of Jesus, according to the Bible, book Luke, chapter 2, verse 8, in the locality, in the same area where Jesus was born, the shepherds were taking care of their flocks. So this is the area, we are very close to the Church of the Nativity, and in this town, in this area, the shepherds were taking care of their flocks. The angels of God appeared to the shepherds, and they said, "Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you." They were terrified, but from their faith inside, they decided to follow the message of God. So they received the good news, the shepherds, and then they walked all the way up to Bethlehem, and they saw a baby wrapped in a manger. So this is the area where the shepherds received the good news, the birth of the Lord. It was a very simple life. This is an example of what does it mean a house for the shepherds 2,000 years ago. La Biblia que dice que salió un decreto del emperador César Augusto para empadronarse todo el mundo interno, cada cual en su ciudad de origen. La Sagrada Familia estaban trabajando en Galilea en el norte. Tenían que venir a Belén para ser empadronados. Empadronados porque San José vino de la familia del rey David, que se llama Belén. Pues viajaba mucho tiempo entre Galilea en el norte hacia la ciudad de Belén para ser empadronados o vivir en una casa. La casa, podemos decir, una cueva, más o menos como la cueva de los pastores, y la Virgen María estaba embarazada. Cuando llegó el momento del parto, la Virgen María caminaba hacia el fondo de la gruta, donde encontró un sitio privado, donde nació Jesús. Cuando nació Jesús, según la Biblia de San Lucas, capítulo 2, versículo 8, en aquella región había pastores, aguardando sus rebaños y ovejas. Los pastores estaban en esta área, en esta zona, y apareció el ángel a ellos. ¿Qué dijo el ángel? Hoy, en la ciudad de David, un Salvador ha nacido a vosotros. No temáis. Tuvieron gran temor los pastores, no temáis. Les traigo la buena noticia, encontraréis un niño acostado en un pesebre. Recibieron la buena noticia los pastores y luego subieron caminando a Belén y vieron a un niño envuelto en pañales. Aquí tenemos la cueva de los pastores. Aquí podemos ver cómo se alojaban los pastores, donde cocinaban los pastores. This is how they lived, how they cooked. It was very simple life. Era una vida muy simple. This is the house of the shepherds. Aquí tenemos la casa de los pastores. This field, this area, known in the Old Testament as Ruth and Boaz field. Este campo también conocido en el Antiguo Testamento como el campo de Ruth y Boaz. Ruth and Boaz. Ruth, she is from Moab, which is Jordan, in Jordan today.
The Jordan mountains that we saw today.
So that's where they go Moabites.
Moabite, yes.
And she came with her mother-in-law. After her husband died, he came from Bethlehem originally, and the family went to work in Jordan, in the mountains of Moab, and then her husband died, and also her father-in-law died, and she decided, Naomi, to come to her homeland. So on the way back, Ruth came with her. Ruth came with her. And this is the place where she met Boaz. She gleaned the field of Boaz. She picked water from the field of Boaz. This is the place where Ruth, the Moabite woman, gleaned the field of Boaz. She picked water from the field of Boaz. And finally they get married, Ruth and Boaz. And Ruth, the Moabite woman, became the great-grandmother of King David and Jesus. Aquí tenemos el campo de Ruth y Boaz también, donde Ruth, la Moabita, cuando vino con su suegra, cuando su primer esposo murió en Moab. Vino aquí con su suegra y trabajaba en este campo. Aquí tenemos el campo de Boaz. trabajar en este campo. Y se casó con él. Y Ruth, la moabita, quedó como el bisabuela de rey David y Jesús. Pues this is the shepherd's field, and this is Ruth and Boaz. Estamos en el campo de los pastores, el campo de Ruth y Boaz también. Y rey David también era un pastor en este campo. And also the King David, he was a shepherd in this field. So this is very important field. We received the good news. Now we are going later on to the Church of the Nativity. Más tarde visitaremos la Basílica de la Natividad, el lugar más importante, the most important place. But before we go to the Church of the Nativity, we will go to visit the modern chapel of the Shepherd's Field, la iglesia moderna del Campo de los Pastores. This chapel was built and designed by an Italian artist.
Oh, I was looking for you. Yes, yeah.
Antonio Sparluzzi.
Okay.
Antonio Sparluzzi, Italian artist. We
I
call
love
it the
it.
Church of the Angels. Se llama la Capilla de los Ángeles. We have wonderful paintings inside that represent the most important biblical events. The first one, when the angels of God appear to the shepherds. The second one, when they saw a baby wrapped in a manger. The third one, when they came back happy because they saw the Savior. Tenemos tres pinturas, representan los momentos más importantes. La primera pintura cuando apareció el ángel de los pastores. La segunda pintura cuando vieron un niño envuelto en pañales. Y la tercera cuando regresaron felices porque vieron al Salvador.
Wow.
Tenemos tres pinturas.
You speak Spanish and
Like
yeah, but it never stop to breathe.
so do the Spanish.
And always to, please?
So do the Spanish. They don't take a pause at all. They go,
Yeah. Woo.
It depends where you live in Spain. If you live in Malaga, they eat half of the word, you know. When I first went to Spain, they eat half the word. Like, algo más, no algo más. Algo más. En el sur de España habla muy rápido como el S, no algo más. Si compras algo, le dije, ¿algo más?
Son bilingües.
Sí. Algo más. Algo más.
All right.
Habla muy rápido en el sur de España.